So, right now, there is probably a 22-year-old sitting in a coffee shop in Kilifi who is making way more money than a middle-level bank manager in Nairobi.
Oh, absolutely. It's happening every single day.
Right. And, they don't own commercial real estate. They don't have a massive warehouse full of physical inventory. Literally, all they have is an internet connection, a laptop, and a very, very specific set of digital skills.
Yeah, and that's the wild part, right? That's really all it takes in the modern economy.
Exactly. And that is exactly why today, for you, the Kenyan youth, the aspiring professional, or really just anyone listening who feels kind of stuck trying to figure out how this new economy works, we are doing a deep dive into the mechanics of exactly how they're pulling this off.
And we're not just guessing here. We're unpacking a highly practical, comprehensive 2026 guide from Divas Technology College.
Yes. The mission today is super simple. We want to map out the actual step-by-step roadmap to turn your digital marketing knowledge into cold, hard cash in Kenya. Because, the context we are operating in right now, it's completely unlike any other time in history.
It really is. The infrastructure is finally there.
Right. We've got widespread internet penetration everywhere, and we have the absolute seamless magic of M-Pesa. So the barrier between you providing a digital service and cash literally hitting your phone, it's basically zero.
Which, fundamentally changes the rules of employment entirely. We aren't just discussing abstract marketing theories today or that illusion of overnight success where you just post a video and get rich.
Oh, yeah, the fake guru stuff. We are avoiding that.
Exactly. The guide we are looking at bridges this massive, murky gap between just knowing how to post online and actually convincing a real business to pay you for a specialized service. It's about engineering a profitable digital business from scratch.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Because before we get into the actual mechanics of how to build this business, we need to look at why you should even care. Like, what is the actual financial ceiling here?
The numbers might actually shock some people.
Yeah, they shocked me. Because if we look at the data from PayScale, a digital marketing manager in Kenya is averaging over 616,000 shillings a year, which is a solid corporate salary.
It is, but corporate salaries are really just one side of the coin here.
Right, because the guide points out that freelancers who manage just 3 clients, just 3 on a standard service package, can pull in 90,000 to 180,000 shillings every single month.
And those numbers are incredibly attainable. But, and this is a big but, they require a massive shift in how you present yourself to the market.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you can't just walk into the market and announce, hey, I am a digital marketer, pay me. That is honestly the quickest way to just be completely ignored. It's way too vague.
Yeah, I always think of it like local real estate. Like you wouldn't walk up to a seasoned investor and just say, I sell land.
Right, they just walk right past you.
Exactly. You'd say something like, I have a half-acre commercial plot in Kilifi. It's already zoned, and it's perfectly positioned for a cold storage warehouse. You are selling a specific plot for a specific use to a specific buyer.
That's a perfect analogy. And in the digital space, the very first step in this roadmap is exactly that, skill identification. You have to package a highly specific skill. You aren't offering, quote unquote, general marketing.
Right. You're the person who, say, designs WhatsApp marketing campaigns specifically for high-end salons.
Or you manage TikTok strategy exclusively for fast food restaurants. Because specificity creates trust. When you claim you can do everything for everyone, a business owner just assumes you're a master of none.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when you narrow down to a specific service, you immediately position yourself as a specialist. But, here's the trap most beginners fall into.
The experience trap.
Exactly. They figure out their specific skill, and then they freeze. They look at the market and realize, oh, wait, clients only buy proof. They don't buy potential. So how do you get that proof if literally no one has hired you yet?
It's the ultimate employment catch-22, right? Like, I need the experience to get the job, but I need the job to get the experience. So how does the guide say we get around that?
The way around it is actually highly localized and incredibly hands-on. You basically manufacture your own experience by targeting your immediate physical neighborhood.
Okay, so going local.
Hyper-local. Step 2 is portfolio building. You go to the local mama boga on your corner, or the salon down the street, or even your local church, and you offer to take over their social media or messaging platforms for 30 days, completely for free.
Wait, I can just imagine the salon right now. Because we have all seen those terrible, blurry WhatsApp status updates from local salons.
Oh, they're everywhere.
It's usually like a photo of half-finished braids taken in awful lighting with just a bunch of random emojis. So your job is to step in and fix that tragedy.
That is exactly the scenario. You step in, you set up proper lighting, you write clear captions, you organize their digital presence. But, and this is crucial, you don't just do it to be nice.
Right, you're building a business.
Exactly. You meticulously document the entire process. You take screenshots of their engagement rates before you started. You track how many people sent a direct message asking for a price. You literally ask the salon owner to count how many walk-in customers mention the new photos.
Oh, wow. So you're building a real case study.
Yes. At the end of the 30 days, you have a physical portfolio. You can tangibly point to the fact that you increased their weekly bookings by, say, 20% using only a smartphone. And that documented growth is the foundation of your entire business.
You essentially build a laboratory out of your own neighborhood.
I love that. So, okay, now you have this beautiful portfolio. You've proven that your skills translate to real-world foot traffic and actual sales. Transitioning from that practice run, where is the actual money exchanging hands? How do we find the people who will pay for this? So, the guide breaks this down into two distinct arenas for hunting clients. Let's start with step 3, which is the global marketplace. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn.
Okay, the big ones.
Right. They are teeming with businesses across Europe, the US, Asia, all looking for talent. If you have specialized in, say, writing technical content, or doing search engine optimization, or managing B2B clients.
B2B meaning business to business, right?
Exactly. Companies selling software or services to other companies. The global market offers massive volume for those skills.
Okay, let's talk about the logistics of that global route for a second, because this is where the Kenyan context is just so phenomenal.
It really is an advantage.
Yeah, because you might be listening to this and wondering, how do I physically get paid by a software company sitting in London? And the beautiful thing is, it's not some complicated bank wire transfer anymore.
All right.
You just link your global freelance profile to a withdrawal platform like Payoneer or Wise, and those platforms have direct integration with M-Pesa.
It's completely seamless.
It really is. So a client in the UK pays you in British pounds, the platform automatically converts it, and literally within seconds, you are looking at an M-Pesa notification on your phone while sitting on a beach in Kilify. You have access to global capital with hyper-local convenience.
The technology is flawless. But we have to be realistic. The global arena is also fiercely competitive. You are fighting against talented freelancers from all over the world.
Which can be intimidating.
Very. Which is why the guide strongly emphasizes step 4, local business targeting. It's often a much more lucrative arena for immediate income. I mean, why exhaust yourself competing globally when there are thousands of local businesses in your own backyard who desperately need digital visibility but don't know where to start?
Wait, let me push back on that a bit. Because if I walk into like a mid-sized private clinic in Nairobi and tell the owner I want to run their Instagram and optimize their Google profile, aren't they just going to look at me like I'm trying to scam them out of 20,000 shillings?
It's a valid fear.
Right, because a lot of these older established businesses still rely heavily on word of mouth and physical street signs.
They do rely on street signs.
Yeah.
But they are also noticing that those signs are bringing in fewer and fewer people every single year. The trick is you don't walk in and ask them if they want, quote-unquote, digital marketing.
Because they don't know what that is.
Exactly. You walk in, pull out that portfolio you built with the local salon, and ask them a very specific question. You say, when someone in this neighborhood searches Google for a pediatrician, your competitor's clinic shows up first. I know how to fix that.
Oh, wow, you hit them right where it hurts.
Yes, you identify the pain point they didn't even know they had. You're educating the market and selling the solution simultaneously.
That is brilliant.
And you can also bypass the physical walk-in entirely by joining digital hubs. Facebook groups like Nairobi SMEs or local business WhatsApp broadcast lists are absolute gold mines. Finding just one local client willing to pay 20,000 to 50,000 shillings a month gives you an incredibly stable financial floor.
You're shifting their perspective from seeing you as an annoying expense to seeing you as an actual revenue generator. Okay, so we've found the clients, globally or locally. Let's look at the actual menu. What exactly are we selling them, and how does the pricing work?
This brings us to step 5. And the guide makes a massive distinction here between one-off projects and the absolute holy grail of freelancing. Retainer services.
Yes, retainers. Explain that for the listener.
The retainer model is what gets you off the freelance feast or famine roller coaster. because the typical trap is spending a week, finding a client, doing a single project for them, getting paid, and then waking up the next day at zero, having to hunt all over again.
So it's exhausting.
Completely exhausting. A retainer completely changes that psychology.
Mm.
Instead of charging per post or per graphic, you charge a flat monthly fee for ongoing management.
Let's pause here because I think this is arguably the most important concept in the whole guide. You are essentially creating your own salary. And the guide outlines these tiered packages beautifully. Like, you might offer a basic package, maybe 15,000 to 30,000 shillings a month, where you just handle scheduling their posts, but then you have a full-service package.
That's where the real money is.
Exactly. This is where you are doing community management, designing the strategy, and providing monthly analytical reports showing them exactly what worked. And that tier, that can command anywhere from 60,000 to a massive 150,000 shillings monthly.
And think about the math there. You only need 3 or 4 of those full-service clients to eclipse most corporate salaries in the country. It provides mental peace and financial predictability.
It's life-changing money.
It is. But social media management isn't the only service on the menu. If we look at capturing high-intent customers, we really have to talk about step 6, SEO monetization, search engine optimization.
Oh man, here is where it gets really interesting. Because businesses will gladly hand over 10,000 to 25,000 shillings just for an SEO audit. Let's break down why that is.
Yeah.
Think about human behavior, right? When your plumbing bursts at 2 in the morning and water is flooding your kitchen, you aren't scrolling Instagram looking for a cool graphic of a plumber.
No, you're panicking.
Right. You go straight to Google and you type emergency plumber in Nairobi. That is high intent. You are ready to spend money immediately. So if you are the digital marketer who can get a local plumber's website to show up as the #1 result for that specific search, you are essentially handing them thousands of shillings in business.
But let's explain the mechanism of how you actually do that, because SEO isn't magic. It's a structural process.
Break it down for us.
You audit their website to ensure the load speeds are fast, because Google's algorithm actively penalizes slow, clunky sites. Then you go into the text on their website and strategically place specific phrases, keywords like Nairobi emergency plumbing. This way, the search engine definitively knows exactly what the business does and where they are located.
You are basically translating their business into a language the search engine algorithm understands.
Exactly. And what's brilliant is that you can apply those exact same SEO mechanics to your own projects. If client work is stressing you out, you can build your own niche blogs.
Oh, like affiliate sites.
Yes. You could create a highly optimized site reviewing tech gadgets in Kenya. Because your SEO skills bring in traffic, you can monetize that traffic through affiliate programs like Jumia or Killmall.
Let's be really clear on how affiliate marketing functions for anyone who hasn't done it. You don't hold any physical inventory yourself.
Not at all.
Jumia just gives you a unique, customized digital tracking link. When someone reads your blog review about a new smartphone and clicks your specific link to buy it, a tiny piece of code follows them to the checkout. The software tracks that sale back to you, and a percentage of the purchase price is automatically deposited into your account.
It's a purely performance-based revenue stream.
Yeah.
Which is great, but it brings us to step 7, which is the high-stakes table of the digital marketing casino, paid ads management.
Okay, yeah. Because organic growth through SEO or regular posting takes time. You can take months to rank on Google.
Right. But what happens when a local private school tells you it's enrollment season and they need 50 new students next week?
That forces you into the world of paying for attention. Platforms like Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram and Google Ads.
And the stakes are incredibly high here because you are playing with the client's actual cash budget. They are giving money to Mark Zuckerberg or Google to force their content onto people's screens. But if they try to do it themselves, they usually select the wrong target audience or run poorly designed graphics.
Where money just vanishes into the void.
Poof, gone. They waste their entire budget showing ads for a Nairobi private school to teenagers in Mombasa.
That is exactly what it means to disappear into the algorithm. You spend money, but you buy the wrong eyeballs.
Precisely. And because the financial risk of failure is so high for the business owner, they will happily pay a premium to an expert to mitigate that risk. You can charge an upfront setup fee plus an ongoing management fee that is typically 10 to 20% of their total ad spend. So if a real estate company is spending 50,000 shillings on ads to sell apartments, they will gladly pay you an extra 10,000 shillings just to monitor the campaign daily and ensure their money actually turns into viable leads.
It's risk mitigation. They are paying for your specialized oversight. So, okay, you can build retainers, you can run high-stakes ads, you can build affiliate sites, but trading your time to manage these clients, no matter how lucrative, always has a physical ceiling.
There are only 24 hours in a day.
Exactly. So the guide addresses how to scale your income beyond your personal time, introducing some fascinating alternative streams. Step 8 looks at scaling through affiliate marketing, but beyond just Jumia.
Right. There's a massive B2B affiliate world out there too. B2B affiliate marketing is often much more lucrative. You can leverage your digital marketing skills to drive traffic to business services. Think about the Safaricom business affiliate programs or local web hosting affiliate programs.
Oh yeah, like Truehost and Hostinger?
Exactly. Every business you interact with needs a website, which means they need hosting. If you guide them to purchase that hosting through your affiliate link, you earn a substantial commission. You are essentially monetizing the infrastructure of the internet itself.
Wow. And to drive that kind of traffic, you need an audience, which brings us to step 9, content creation. The creator economy in Kenya is completely exploding right now.
It's massive.
But because you have a digital marketing edge, meaning you actually understand analytics, watch time retention, and audience targeting in Garian, you aren't just uploading funny videos hoping to go viral. You are strategically building an audience to monetize through TikTok Shop or by hitting YouTube's AdSense thresholds.
And for those unfamiliar with the AdSense threshold, YouTube doesn't just start paying you the moment you upload a video.
Unfortunately.
Right. You have to prove you can hold an audience's attention. Currently, you need to hit specific metrics like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 valid public watch hours within a year before Google allows you to place ads on your content and share the revenue with you.
But a marketer understands how to engineer content, specifically to hit those thresholds quickly.
They treat content like a science, not a hobby.
Exactly. But of all the scaling methods the guide mentions, step 10 completely blew my mind. It's a highly overlooked stream. Teaching.
Oh, this is a brilliant one.
Think about it. If you have spent 6 months figuring out exactly how to run profitable meta ads for local clinics, or how to rank a Nairobi business on the first page of Google, you possess incredibly valuable proprietary knowledge. There are thousands of young Kenyans who want to learn exactly how you did it.
And you can package that knowledge. You can offer one-on-one digital mentorships, you can create paid online courses, or even partner with local colleges to run weekend workshops.
It's such a brilliant strategy because it literally pays you twice. You monetize your knowledge directly through the workshop fees, but simultaneously you are building immense brand authority in your community.
Oh, completely.
When the owners of local businesses see you standing at the front of a room teaching other people how to do digital marketing, who do you think they're going to hire when they need it done for their own company?
They hire the teacher. It immediately bypasses the need to prove yourself. You are automatically positioned as the undisputed expert in your local market.
It's genius.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have covered a massive amount of ground here. You are building portfolios with the neighborhood salon, closing monthly retainers, managing high-stakes ad budgets, earning affiliate commissions, maybe even teaching on the weekends. You are generating serious revenue.
But there is a catch.
Right. To keep those high-paying clients, especially corporate entities or high-end local businesses, you cannot operate like a hobbyist running a side hustle from your couch. Which brings us to the final phase of this roadmap, making it official.
The administrative logistics. Look, it is the most unglamorous part of the guide, but it's the absolute foundation of scaling safely.
People hate doing it, but you have to.
You do. The biggest question freelancers have is, when do I actually become a real business? And the answer is, day one.
Yeah.
You have to formalize your operations immediately. First off, you must stop sending informal text messages asking clients for payment.
It looks incredibly amateurish.
Very. You transition to sending formalized branded invoices using free digital tools like Wave or Invoice Ninja.
It changes the entire tone of the transaction, and you can't just be operating under your personal name forever. The guide points out how accessible it is to formalize your business name. You can log on to the eCitizen platform right now and register a business name for as low as 950 shillings.
Less than 1,000 shillings to own a legally registered entity. That is amazing. And from there, you take those registration documents and you open a business M-Pesa pay bill.
Let's talk about the psychology of the pay bill for a second. Think about it. If a corporate client or a high-end private school is ready to hand you a 100,000 shilling retainer and you tell them, oh, just send it to my personal number, you instantly look like a flight risk.
You look like someone who might just turn off their phone and disappear with the money.
Exactly. A registered pay bill signals permanence. It tells the client you are an established institution.
It creates institutional trust. And crucially, formalizing your business means getting a KRA PIN specifically for your operations so you can file and pay your taxes.
Got to pay taxes?
You have to. International clients, global platforms, and local corporate entities simply will not engage with you if you are not tax compliant. It's the structural infrastructure that allows you to handle large sums of money legally and safely.
So we have walked through the entire architecture of this 10-step roadmap, from identifying a specific service to building proof in your neighborhood, navigating global platforms, securing retainers, and finally establishing a formalized legal entity. But I want to address you, the listener, directly right now.
Yeah, let's talk to them.
You might be listening to all of this and thinking, okay, this sounds like an incredible blueprint, but I simply do not have the technical skills yet. I don't know how to run a technical SEO audit, and I definitely don't know how to optimize a meta ad campaign without wasting money.
And recognizing where you have a knowledge gap is the first step of professional growth. You don't want to walk into a local clinic to pitch a 50,000 shilling retainer. If you are secretly terrified, you won't be able to actually deliver results.
Exactly. Confidence comes entirely from competence. So if you are feeling underprepared, the guide includes a very clear call to action. For practical, hands-on upgrading to get you totally client-ready, Divas Technology College in Kilify is highlighted as a primary resource.
They're fantastic for this.
They really are. They specialize in the exact kind of practical, scenario-based training that bridges the gap between knowing the theory and actually executing the campaigns.
Because investing in a structured practical course can fast-track you past months of frustrating trial and error. You want to build the underlying competence so that the execution feels second nature.
So, to pull all of this together and look at our main takeaway today. The gap between knowing what digital marketing is and actually extracting wealth from it in Kenya isn't about some innate magical talent.
Not at all.
It is simply about structure and action. The demand from local businesses, regional NGOs, and global clients is rising significantly faster than the supply of organized, competent digital marketers. The money is literally sitting on the table, waiting for the people willing to package their skills professionally.
The opportunity cost of hesitation is incredibly high. Every single day you wait to build that portfolio or register that business name is a day another local business owner tries and fails to figure out their own digital strategy.
So what does this all mean for your future?
I think the most vital concept to consider is this. Look around your neighborhood. As every single private clinic, every local school, and yes, even the Mama Boga increasingly relies on a digital footprint simply to survive the changing economy. While having digital marketing skills transition from being a specialized quote-unquote side hustle to becoming the absolute mandatory foundation of any career in Kenya's future.
Wow.
It's rapidly moving from being an extra skill on a resume to becoming the fundamental language of modern business itself.
That is an incredible thought to mull over as we wrap up. Are you just trying to learn a temporary hustle, or are you actually learning the foundational literacy of the 2026 economy? Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Remember that myth of overnight magic where you just post a video and your phone spontaneously pings with M-Pesa notifications?
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't. But methodically building the professional engine that actually creates those notifications month after month, that is very real, and you now have the exact roadmap to start building it today. Catch you next time.